Well, hello. I'd like to welcome back to Viscera Cleanup Detail. I like how it's at the top toolbar thing, but for whatever reason, the Fraps files are called UDK. What's UDK? Unreal Development Kit. Yes, that makes sense. This is made in Unreal, but the whole premise that the game doesn't officially acknowledge it basically shows. I think it's because of the license they have. Like, you need to have an advanced license with Unreal in order to be able to name the window whatever you want to call it. Though technically, I think Fraps just eats the feed. Like, the window has a name. It's just that Fraps eats the feed that comes out, and it decides based on that what it's going to call it. Oh, I don't even know what that does. What is it cooling? What is it doing that it needs this? This isn't a very intense screen. I mean, there are iPads this size that could easily just sustain themselves without burning into flames. Anyway, we're going to clean up this room. Because I want to clean up this room, because this room is very messy. And it's always good to have a clean room in which to house your furnace. I do like that you do not have to close those in order for them to count. I guess that would be nitpicky. Well, you refilled them, but you could at least close them. Because I like running into stuff. Slow progress with my engine, unfortunately. Haven't done much. Mostly just research. Getting the hang of things, you know. I haven't programmed in ages. Especially not C++. Like, I think I could get back into Java in a jiffy, but this is not just C++. I also have to learn everything about fucking DirectX. And that's like the big cahoots, is that you've got to learn this language that... Like, learning a software language is one thing. Learning someone's library is bullshit. Because of their conventions, their conventions might not align with how you think good proper code looks like. So there's a lot of opportunities for miscommunication. I'm just going to jam a couple of in here so that... Yeah, I don't know. I'm just letting things settle, taking it nice and easy. I've got an entire vacation, and normally I don't start this early on my own with things, so yeah. Could have been worse. What kind of blood is that? It's not even red. Like, these things are clearly meaty red chunky chunks. But they procure this strange dark blood. Might be a graphical error. The graphical error, though, would be the fact that this thing is constantly chopping down to 30. It's a nice shoulder. I do like the spiky spikes. Oh, I see what they did. They reduced the amount of sparklies at the bottom of the furnace. That's good. There were a lot of sparklies at the bottom of that furnace. Gotta clean up this mess. Strike 'em with my mop. Really wish I had help with this, though. Like, just someone. Someone to tell me what to do. Someone to give some coordination. Because it's such a complex and unfamiliar task, I can't do that by myself. It's going to be all improv. Look at that. That's improv. But I'll get there. I'll do my best. I'm gonna take it easy now, mostly just to get in the spirit of things. You know, gotta take it nice and easy, take it nice and calm, soak in the information, get the mindset, that kind of fancy jazz. So that when the thing starts to end, I can get busy with the debugging with a clear mind, because I was told and informed, and I'm willing to believe this, debugging is going to be the vast majority of what goes horribly, horribly wrong. And it tends to be that anyway. Like, the reason testing is so super important in the software world is that it's not difficult to make a chair. It's difficult to make a good chair. Like, anyone could slap some wood together and it works. Now, with those things, of course, there's immediate physical feedback. Like, I can see, oh, there's no nails in this chair. That's not going to work. I need to put nails in this chair so that the wood sticks together. But with software, it's a lot more... You've got to take a good, long, hard look at the stuff and think, what is wrong here? What did it do wrong? Why did it do that wrong? Who the hell are you? Get out of my house. You don't belong here. Why are you getting involved with my chair construction business? I don't actually construct chairs, I just pretend that I do. I wonder what kind of message you get if you don't clean up the letters on the floor. They're gonna be like, oh, I found all these horrible old notes that told me the passcode to the doors. Great, just fucking great. Ah, great, just fucking great. We'll put this over here for now. Gonna have a fun... Actually, I kind of like this. I know that eventually... The thing is, with debugging, is that no matter what kind of optimist you are, you're gonna bite your head off at the end of it. Like, the stupidest shit is going to ruin your debug. It's gonna cause all kinds of fancy problems. And you're gonna be like, can't you solve that yourself? I mean, come on! It's just a period! But no, computers aren't semantic, they're syntactic. They require you to spell everything out to them, which makes them super precise and easy to work with. The problem is you need to know how to work with them. I like computers, though. I like the fact that they're super arbitrary, because it means that I know that I missed a detail, and I like details. Let's fly up here, because I'm not going to be able to shoot. I'm not going to go around picking up blocks, building a Minecraft staircase up here. I don't like those parts. Although the new map, I don't think there's many things in the new map. Still. So why is it running at a choppy 30? It's not a choppy 30. It's more it's a very steady, very polite 30. Do 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 do. Cleaning up the messy floor. Picking up a dead body that's in a very shiny, pretty bag. That would make a lovely... That looks like the kind of material that would make some gorgeous clothes. Except that at the same time, it looks very slimy and goopy, like the kind of stuff that you're like, I'd rather not touch that. That's probably some dead body slime. I'm not gonna touch that. Oh yeah, did I already mention that they removed the blue stains on the floor that were originally in this level that made the floor all slippery? I don't know why. I think it's because of some problems that might be occurring with them. Like, you might say, well, that's the stupidest reason. Well, here's the thing. You work with a computer for about 5 minutes. You try to write some basic software. And you'll start to say, okay, I'm perfectly able to understand why they had to remove little Jimmy with his little hat. I know he's like, what, 5 bytes of data, but god damn it, this is like 2 bytes and it's exploding my computer. In fact, I don't even have a computer, it just blew up. It just said, fuck you. I'm not gonna run this crap. This is the kind of crap you make your mother run because you hate her. My mother's leaving. Coming Friday, says Thursday, thingamajig. To Italy! I'm glad I don't have to come to. Not that I hate Italy. Like, I'm fine with Italy. My problem is the fact that it's going to be warm. It's the Mediterranean environment. I don't want to deal with warmth. There are 2 things I like. Smooth jazz. And nice, cool weather. It's not going to be cool here, though. We're a temperate climate, right next to the fucking ocean. It's gonna be smoldering. It's not gonna be hot, but it's gonna be humid as fuck because of the fucking ocean. Actually, sea, technically channel, because it is. We don't. Do we touch the North Sea, or do we just touch that pretend sea that just between two? I don't even know which one we touch. What I do know is that if you encounter an unidentified X, please do not interact with it. Those things have to be cleaned up, right? Well, there's something. I was picking up the letter. I have an old saying. If your physics engine solves problems by skyrocketing, rapidly vibrating, or tentacle monstering anything, that's a great physics engine you got there, kiddo. Let's see, this thing does detect this, by the way. Yep, it does detect them. It's an important thing to remember if it does that or not, because when you go cleaning bullet holes, they're often clustered together, so they create a strong enough signal that you can pick them up for a relatively large distance. Jesus Christ, everyone keeps pissing the bed around here. And they all piss blood, too. Save us! From what? I can offer you low, low prices you wouldn't believe. I don't think that's actually saving. Oh, they probably want savings, isn't it? Yeah, I know. I know what it's like. I used to pay too much for my phone bill, too. And then I skipped to Geico. Which I think has nothing to do with telephones. Running over the floor to a door. The door is made out of cheese. Please do not ask me about the cheesy door. It's a door made out of cheese. There's no practical purpose to this, but please remember. I think the reason that I'm being so tense about that assignment is that pretty much always with this kind of making up for stuff shit, it's always been, I've got to do this in 2 weeks, because that's the normal period that you have to get your assignment. Like, you just, oh no, you failed. You can do this makeup assignment, and you got to do it in like 2 weeks. And I'm not used to the fact that I have 6 weeks summer vacation to do it. Not even including the additional period if shit goes bad. Odds are, shit will either go really bad or really good. And if it goes really good, then I can just focus on my internship. Otherwise, I have the first half of my 20-week internship, and that's going to be great. It's going to be super great! Getting to program in Java and fucking C++ at the same time? Let me tell you this, motherfucker, that ain't fun. You want to know why? Well, let me tell you a little thing about Java. Java is a higher level language, which means that the computer does way more stuff for you than it normally does. It's like, hey dude, you give an object, you're not giving an object, you're giving a pointer. But I won't tell. A pointer is basically the address of an object. Like, you've got a person and they've got names and shit. In Java, you don't make pointers. You don't dereference pointers. You just give an object, and you call an object, and you do shit with an object. You tell, hey, dude, can you do me a favor? Do me a stiffy. You call a static? You just call a fucking static. Guess what happens in C++? Worse yet, you can get problems in C++ that exist entirely because of backwards compatibility with C, which has the most glorious name on the Wikipedia as the most vexing parse, I think, which is hilarious. It has to do with the fact, how does it work? I can pull it out, actually. Where did I leave that shit? I think it's in my latest... No! I don't want to start a new project. Let me pull this shit out. Why do I keep swearing so much? I think it's the pressure. I'm just a little bit tense. Okay, here. Why would it open my readme? This is not my engine. Oh yeah, I called it my engine later. Which one is it? Jesus Christ, this is such a fucking problem. I don't like this. I'm gonna whisper very quietly so that everyone perfectly understands. Okay, there we go. There's my logger. So, where did I do that? Okay, I had a tester, which essentially contains the main. So, when you want to call a fucking static, here's how... Okay, this is just... If you're not a computer man, this is gonna sound fucking crazy. If you want to call a method on an object, use a period. You're like, dude, point, do something. If you want to call a pointer, which means that you simply have an address, you've got to use a hyphen and then a little, what is it? I think it's called greater than bracket. Like a little arrow with it. In case that doesn't sound crazy enough, statics, which are, you can call these wherever you want, you don't need to make a dude. Like, basically, like, I think constructors tend to be technically static. Yeah, constructors are technically static since you don't need an object for them. But basically, the way you call those is you say class name, colon, which is essentially definition, this is a method from this class. It's nuts! 3 different ways to call basically just a method. It's fucking nuts. My god. Like, every second I look at this stuff, I'm like, why do people work with this language? It's like it doesn't know how to make up its mind. I want 4 different ways to call my mommy. Actually, 3. But it doesn't matter. It's like 3 different ways to do the exact same thing. I'm like, I see why people say that Java's so much easier, but I don't see why you'd ever want to go back. Why the fuck would you ever want to not use Java after you see what kind of bullcrap you have to pull? Like, the benefit... Like, you even have to make your fucking destructor. Like, Java does that automatically. It's like, yeah, whatever, you're not using it, you don't need it. I guess that there's power in that. Like, you can do address references and additions, and something technically doesn't exist, but you just say, he lives next door, go talk to him. And that's kind of cheating. Like, the thing is, in proper programming, you don't need any of the cheatery you can get out of C++. You don't need that shit. That shit is solved by proper programming. Technically speaking, you do get a lot of memory benefits. But my point is, C++ is different. Like, I thought that this would be a minor skip. I'm like, oh yeah, you got some C# experience, so don't worry, lad, it's gonna be just the same. It's not the fucking same, man. It's like I'm talking to a witch. Who's into voodoo magic. Playing Far Cry 3. Far Cry 3 is butt. I hate it. I just don't know what it is, but something about Far Cry 3 gets on my ass a lot. I need to stop I don't like swearing. It makes me upset. It makes me angry, but I guess that's what I am then. See, the reason I'm angry is just stress. It's pure stress. It's nothing else. I'm stressed. I'm busy. I'm doing stuff. Exploring places. Meeting people. Playing Shadow Warrior Classic. Jesus Christ, the game is fucking stupid. I hate that game. I hate it so much. It's terrible. I don't know. I'm stressing out. Let's take a couple of moments so we can calm down to some smooth jazz. Oh, fuck all this trash. Come on. E-fill. Isn't Dr. Phil a character? Should have made a script reference. See? A couple of minutes to yourself, taking some time, letting all that pressure slide off. I found a good tutorial, too, that can help me get back in it. for DirectX, that is, I found a tutorial, which will help me get some deeper understanding. I might even get the premium, just because the guy has it for offer, and I'm like, yeah, you helped me. It would be impolite not to. I wonder how much you could duplicate with that. Like, if the amount you mop back up afterwards is the exact same as the amount you can mop out. Or if you can create infinite juice with that. Na 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 na. Hey, it's a lantern. Neato. You know, the best part is I'm home alone. I'm perfectly fine with people being here. Don't get me wrong, I don't like being home at night. But during the daytime, nobody home, it's a dream. I am living the life. Which is probably why I'm probably in a much better mood than I normally would be in these circumstances. In these most dire circumstances. Ah, look at how clean this place is getting. Who knows? Maybe if I get far enough with the engine, I might build in some actual functionality other than the camera. Because I don't have to do a lot. Like, curriculum-wise, I only really have to do, well, comparatively little compared to games. I have to... This guy looks fancy. Skybox. Just basically a camera that moves around, a skybox, and... height map, which is easy enough. Compared to what real games look like, it's easy enough. We're gonna throw these two things away, and we're gonna call it quit. Like, what are these things? They've got, like, these buttons at the bottom that don't seem to do anything. You know what? I'll put that stupid Chinese takeout thing in there so that it doesn't fall out. I hate that stupid Chinese takeout thing. God damn you, Chinese people, for inventing a... Yeah, there was some moppage left in there, but... Great. Gonna get fired! Fired! Gonna get fired. Yeah, I wanted to clean my mop. Nah, we'll fix that later. As for now, this has been a fun video. Jesus H. Parmesan, it just never ends. It's like the world just hates me. Could have been worse. If this thing spat something out, it would have been horrible. We'll just stuff this stuff in here. Clean my mop. Clean the damages done. Put away the trash. And then we're going to take some nice R&R. Never been better. So much better. That's the fun part, is even if you make a mess, once you clean up that mess, you're all like, yeah, that's alright. I can live with it. You get the hang of it. I don't even know why that guy says that. It's from Blast Corps. You're in the buggy and you fly around. The guy eventually says, you get the hang of it. I don't even know why he says that or what triggers it. He just says it. I was jumping from in that level with the big... what is it again? Oh, yeah, I forgot about this damage, didn't I? It's in that level where you use the buggy and you jump on the dike-like things to create enough... to create droppage. Like, you drop on top of the buildings using that buggy thing. I don't even know who those people are. I didn't understand a lot about Blast Corps. Liked it though. I especially liked that the robots. The robots were cool. What did you have again? You had the big guy that rolled and did a little somersault whenever you hit something. You had that big fist and he missed an arm. Then you had the yellow smaller one which did like cartwheels. And then you had the big one that would like had a jetpack and did a ground pound. Boom! I like that big one. I like them all actually, except for the guy that missed an arm because he looked weird. Like, why did they just not fix his arm? That's not any trouble, is it? Like, just put a new arm there. I'm sure he would roll significantly better with one. You know, I did read that they reduce the chance that this happens. Like, it spits out the bad stuff. So, yeah. See you guys next time. I really hope you enjoyed the video, despite me being rather angry today. I'm sorry for that. Consider this my official apology for my seething rage. What's that yellow button about? What's that thing about? So, this is the upper floor. This is hilarious, because I think there's a cartridge somewhere on the floor here. It doesn't matter. Can you use that infinitely? Like, you could just dirt up your mop. I think you can. That's hilarious. I think you can contaminate them, though. Oh, no, no, it's turning dirty. But what if I can flush it? No, you can't flush it. But it is a limited supply that I guess helps. Make a big fucking... Wow! Jackhammer, you jackass. Use the Dead Space Core. You're gonna get sued! So bad. What was it again? Oh, you can leave, by the way. This is just a tour for the people that like previews. The winner goes on. I keep knocking my one. I love it when that happens. The win. At least there's not that many big chips up here. This place is creepy as fuck. It's got 2 body bags, and there's this thing jammed into one of them. Like, there isn't much in this room, it's just creepy.